Hello, everybody. Welcome to the current affairs series of Talker IAS. Now, 2nd of October has just been around the corner, and this was a very, very important date. This marked the 150th birth anniversary of the father of our nation, Gandhiji. And Gandhiji, as such, is a very, very important personality for any UPSC aspirant, whether be it your essays, be it your ethics paper, be it any other social issue. Whenever there is no idea to share and students find themselves in a difficult situation, Gandhiji comes to the rescue, and we have some quote by Gandhiji that we can use. And definitely, this is what will give a positive impression to the examiner. But in this context, what I want to share is, and the motive of this video is to ensure that you are more precise in your analysis whenever you have to discuss about Gandhiji. Gandhian ideas are what are even known to a second class student. And even that student can write some of Gandhiji's quotes and some of his ideas in his or her exams. So, what is it that makes a UPSC candidate different from any other student who's using Gandhian ideas? The difference is that a UPSC candidate has to use Gandhiji's ideas more deeply. A candidate must reflect a better understanding of the Gandhian ideas, and that is when you have to use him. You can use the Gandhian ideas in your essay papers, and this being a landmark year, it being the 150th birth anniversary, I am also expecting that you can have a question on Gandhiji in the essay paper. So that is how Gandhiji becomes very, very important for us. And if you will analyze all the editorials on the 2nd of October had almost all the articles on Gandhiji. Few of the relevant ideas is what I have extracted in this video. So let's discuss about those ideas. The first relevant idea of Gandhiji is in the context of religion. Secularism is one of the most important topics. We all know this is one debate that is going on in the nation. Several communities are challenging that India is no more secular, or is it still secular? What are the secular beliefs? The leading popular party is being accused of its non-secular viewpoints or non-secular ideologies. So secularism as a value for the country is what is in news. And one of the prominent leaders of our country who has had deep views on secularism has been Gandhiji. And the most beautiful aspect of Gandhiji's ideology on secularism is that he was not someone who did not believe in religion. He believed in religion. He was an ardent follower of Hinduism. And still, he was one of the most secular people, or one of the most secular leaders to have existed in modern India. So that is why Gandhian ideas on secularism are classic, and they can be used in several ways. One idea that Gandhiji has given is about religious diversity. Here he does not talk only about diversity in different type of religions, which is the Muslim religion, Hindu religion, Judaism, Christianity for that matter, Sikhism, not in that particular context. Definitely there are multiple religions and there is diversity in India. He talks about the diversity that is there within a religion also. He said that the idea of Hinduism that Gandhiji believes in can be different from the idea of Hinduism which any other Hindu is following. There are different diversities in a single religion in itself also. And this is what needs to be respected is the Gandhian philosophy, it is the Gandhian idea. This is what was derived from the underlying principle of unity in all religions. Gandhiji had read and spoken about almost all the religions. He had read a text of almost all the religions, be it in Islam, he had read the Quran, he had read the Bhagavad Gita as well as the Bible. And it was his philosophy, and he had concluded from his readings of almost all the religions that the central and the key message of all the religions is what is same. So that is one idea of religious diversity which Gandhiji has given, and in the current times this idea is what can be used in almost all of our answers in the essay paper, in the ethics paper. Secularism is a topic as such in general studies paper 1, so there also utility is there. The second idea that I found unique in the editorial analysis was that of inclusive monotheism. This is a key word also. Use this word in your answers. It will give you more marks. It will fetch you more marks. It will give a good impression. Inclusive monotheism. It is the idea of one God that encompasses all. That monotheism means one God, and inclusive means that this one God in itself includes all the other gods. Now, this is an idea that is rooted in a polytheistic tradition. This is a tradition that is almost common to all the traditional religions. All the oldest form of religions have spoken about a one God That includes all the other religions within him. They are all subsumed in a single God, and that is the idea of inclusive monotheism. This is the philosophy that Gandhiji has given on secularism. Again, an important philosophy. Another very important analysis that I have found is a keyword again. It is the real Shuddhi. Now we all know that Shuddhi movement was a movement of converting Christians, or for that matter, other religion people, into Hinduism. Now this movement is often considered as or seen in a negative light because this movement is seen as one that divided India. But a modern view of looking at the Shuddhi movement was stated in one of the editorials, which said that this is a movement that tries to arrive at perfection in a person. When a person is in following any religion for that matter, be it Hinduism, Sikhism, Islam, any religion, if within that one religion that a person is following, he or she is trying to arrive at a stage of perfection where one is comfortable with one's faith and also respectful of all the other faiths, that is the real Shuddhi that we all have to target at. These kind of analogies that you can draw, these kind of metaphors that you can draw, comparisons that you can draw, is what is expected out of a UPSC candidate. That's the analysis that is expected out of you. And here Gandhiji will definitely come to your rescue. He will come to aid you. His thought, his beliefs is definitely something that is very, very important for any UPSC candidate. So this is one idea of Gandhiji that you can use. The quote here that is very, very important. There is no God higher than truth. This was the philosophy. Truth and ahimsa were the two pillars of Gandhian philosophy, which you should know about, and you should use them with utmost confidence and most frequently in your UPSC mains analysis. It will fetch you more marks. So that's about the secular ideas. Coming to the next ideas. Gandhiji also had a lot to say on tolerance. Tolerance is what is the biggest need of the nation as of now. I don't think any student can deny that. If you read the newspaper today, it is full of intolerance and news on intolerance. There is intolerance towards female gender. There is intolerance towards a separate or a different caste. There is hate crime. There is mob lynching that is taking place. All of this is what is reflecting intolerance that is growing in the society. And today, the nation can look towards the father of the nation to get some ideas on tolerance. Now, Gandhian form of tolerance was a different version of tolerance. Commonly, tolerance is that one has to accept another. This could be a hate-based tolerance also. You might hate another religion, still you don't want to interfere, that is also tolerance. But Gandhian idea was never a hate-based tolerance. Rather, Gandhian idea was a love-based tolerance, and this is what makes it so very special and so very full of utility. Gandhiji had an idea that one has, suppose in a family setup, one has children, one has one's parents, one has different relatives as well. It might happen that parents disagree with their child. They do not agree with some of the philosophies or some of the actions or behaviors of their children. But still, they bear with it, and they don't bear with it out of hate. They don't bear with it out of compulsion. They bear with it, they tolerate it out of love for the child. And that is the kind of tolerance that has to grow in the society. That is the kind of tolerance that we all have to develop towards our fellow citizens, is what is Gandhian idea of tolerance. And you can have a question on tolerance. You can have this question in ethics as a value. Tolerance is in the syllabus in the ethics paper. And that is where the Gandhian version of tolerance, which is the love-based tolerance instead of the hate-based tolerance, is what you can talk about and is what you can use. So that is how you have to use the Gandhian version of tolerance. And also what is important for Gandhiji and for you all to use in your papers are several quotes that Gandhiji has given. You can, I have provided some of these important quotes. You can make a note of these, you can remember them, so that wherever an opportunity is what is provided, you must use them. Use them in your essay papers. Use them as opener statements in your answers, and you will fetch more marks. You will fetch that extra edge which is required for clearing this difficult exam. So that is how you have to use Gandhiji. That is this video on Gandhiji all about. So on that note, I thank you all and I wish you all a very, very happy Gandhi Jayanti. So thank you for watching the video.